Um, Today, I just want to really say that I'm in a season of forgiveness, and I'm applying forgiveness in every area of my life. And as I've been doing this, God has been revealing so many areas of my life where I didn't even really realize that I was holding grudges, and there were some things that I needed to let go because it was weighing me down. And so that's what I'm doing today. I'm letting it go. I'm letting every hurt, every offense, everything that has been holding me back. Today, I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go, and I'm giving it to God, because it can no longer shackle me. You know what I mean? It's time to let it go. You know, I'm letting go old habits. I'm letting go comfort zones. You know, everything that has been hindering me. Everything that, you know, the traditions, the religious beliefs, everything that has been holding me back and keeping me from receiving what it is that God has for me. You know, I want to be effective in my life as well as in the lives of those people around me. And in doing so, I must shed the weight. I must shed the shackles. I must bust through the walls and learn to trust God and trust Him as a worthy vindicator. You know, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And I have been holding accounts and people accountable for things that I need to let go. You know, just plain and simple. It's just time to let it go. And that's what I'm doing. I'm letting it go. You know, whatever it is, you know, I'm letting it go. I'm done. You know, if I continue to allow people to be the thermostat in my own life, you know, that's ridiculous. You know, it's like, I am not gonna avoid places because I feel like someone may be there. You know, like I have freedom to go wherever I want to go, you know, and I find myself doing that sometimes subconsciously. You know, I'm like, oh, well, such and such might be there and I don't want to run into them. Like, why not? Like, you know, you don't hold no power over me. You know, I can go wherever I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I realized that it was because, for one, either I'm still having a negative emotion towards the situation, or I'm having a positive emotion towards the situation. Either way, when you get down to avoiding things, it's unhealthy. So, you know, I'm in a season of my life where I'm confronting a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, it's some things that, you know, has to be confronted, because they're going to keep coming back around full circle, and you don't want that to happen. You just want to confront it and get past it. So, you know, that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm letting go. I'm forgiving. And I'm receiving forgiveness from God. And I'm receiving forgiveness from myself. You know, I've been held in condemnation, and, you know, have the spirit of guilt that's been weighing heavy over me for so many things. And I just sit here and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, dude, like, let it go. Seriously, you know, I'm thinking back, you know, stuff that happened when I was like 9, 10 years old, you know, and yeah, some things that we go through in life cut us deep, but it's not so deep that God cannot get in and make it where it never even happened again. Like, it make it seem like it never happened, you know, because God is just that good and He's just that great. And, you know, and there are instances in areas of my life where I look back now and I'm like, man, like, I can't even, it was true. Like He said, it'll be a memory, and even more so, I don't even remember it. Honestly, you know, I remember not last year, but some years ago, I was really going through some things in life, and I found myself at church, at a Community Christian Fellowship. Bishop Wilson is the presiding bishop there. At the time, I was a member there, And I remember going up for altar call because my heart was so heavy. I was just heavy during this time in my life, period. And I remember going to the altar, and I went up for prayer, and the woman of God there, she prayed for me, and I just laid on the altar. I just remember laying there on the altar, and I remember crying and crying and crying and crying. And I remember the Spirit of the Lord speaking to me on that altar and saying to me, cry, go ahead, get it all out, give it all to me, because once it's all gone, you will never ever cry these same tears again. And it was as if someone was squeezing my heart like a sponge, and I could feel it, like just every ounce of tears, pain, whatever was in my heart during that season was being squozen out on the altar. And I think back to that day now when God said to me that you will never cry those tears again, those same tears, and I haven't. Let me tell you, I have not cried those same. I've cried, but it hasn't been those tears. You know what I mean? Like, that season was over when He said, "Leave it here on this altar." I left it there, and that season was over for me. You know, and I have never, ever, ever cried those same tears. You know what I mean? And you know, so God is good, and like I said, there's nothing too hard for Him to do. You know, you just got to give it to Him. You know, you got to give whatever it is that you're going through to the Lord and let Him take care of it, you know. And with that being said, I just wanted to thank you for allowing me this opportunity to speak with you and to share my thoughts and to, you know, share my video diary with you. Have a blessed day. You know, if you have a prayer request, you know, and there's some things in your life that you're struggling with, that you trying to, you know, apply forgiveness in, you know, let me stand in prayer with you. You know, you can either inbox me on my Facebook, or you can comment here, whatever it is. Let me stand in agreement with you. Let me go to God with you on it and help you in this time that it's time for you to forgive and to let some things go. Be blessed. Luke 1:37, for with God nothing shall be impossible.